Hi there.
Hi. Playing Jules, the troublemaker bully that is very slowly in her twisted form turning into the literal devil.
Yo, I play Russell, and I'm becoming the exact opposite of Jules. Exactly, with halos and fucking explosion.
Playing Vasily.
The son of Russian, perhaps mobsters.
No, we have already confirmed this.
Very much.
And certainly looking that way. No perhaps about it at this point.
Okay.
All the way down.
So, as we last remember, while the computer club plus Alice, the renegade cyberpunk girl, who's older and carries a switchblade, went to Ox Industries for their prescribed tour, knowing that that would at least get them into the building. Sarah Sparrow had a mysterious, including even to the game master, plan to go and find a spiral staircase, and had invited Taylor Wisdom, who is the female leader of the cult-like disciples, the people who had tried to grab Jules and had been following them around, and certainly had designs on breaking into the Ox Industries. They seem to be after whatever it is the characters are after. So Sarah Sparrow has a forged disc that she managed to do a pretty good job of forging. And she had gone and then ridden her bike, a fair amount of distance to town hall, and had gotten a book on lucid dreaming, and had told had told Taylor to come along and meet her there. That's right. Okay. So, well, yeah, there you have a town hall map. Okay. So this is the city hall. It actually serves all three counties in the area, and there was a great deal of uh, complaining about who paid for what a while back. But what they did was they built a large area for a much larger uh, group, and it was built on the site of the historic town hall, and it's got a grand spiral staircase that there was a fight to save. So if you look at the map, the top is the first floor, and then that's it. There's also elevators and staircases, but anyway, so you pull up. Uh, it's not after 5, so there are people around. There's cars in the parking lot. You could see some of the stuff that they do there. You could tell there's clerks and notaries and stuff like that going on. So you don't see Taylor anywhere. But it's a big building, and what do you want to do? You're going to go. Okay, you come into the lobby, and the area there is is carpeted. You can see the all the you know you can see some people around. There's some queues at the counters over there, and you uh you don't see her. Okay.
You up, buddy?
Well, you see her. She does arrive, and what happens is she comes out of the she comes out of here. She comes out and she looks at you and she sees you there, and there is this flicker on her face of concern, or you know she kind of goes pale, and then she gathers herself together and stands with her hands clasped lightly in front of her, and from a distance she says, "Oh, Sarah, you came." Yes, yes, yes. She comes walking over. She's looking around. You can hear the hum of the air conditioner. There's a good number of people working in here, although you can't see all of them. And there's a little bit of ambient noise. And she comes over to you and she says, "Okay, so what did you want to say? And do you have the disc?"
I have the just in case any of yeah, right.
So the yeah, well, okay. So you can do what passes for aura reading in the occult world today. Um, to an extent, there's actually powers that let you do that in the archetype book, but with precision and stuff. But anyway, no, you can't occult scan her and tell if she's lying or not. Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely Taylor. Yeah, you're pretty sure it's Taylor. I mean, there's if unless they even with everything you've seen, you don't think that they can generate just generate a
Clone.
person. Yeah. So no. So she says, well, but she's definitely nervous. She's nervous. She's concerned, and she says, okay, yeah, that's the elevator. Hmm. She walks with you. Okay, she comes with you, and she says, they told me that if you had the disc, I should ask you for it. Um, okay. She nods. You take, yeah, you take the elevator up. Ding. You guys step out here. Yeah. She says she's nodding. Okay, so you guys are going down the hall. W- We, we, we okay, she stops and she says, "We have our own study book. It's not the standard Bible, although it is. I mean, certainly it has all the Gospels in it. It just has a few other ones, a few other chapters, and one of them is the book of the revelatory.
Can you go with me go brush my teeth?
I cannot go with you to go brush your teeth right now.
What?
I cannot go with you to go brush your teeth right now.
Please.
Okay, you'll be fast. All right, I'll go with him to brush his teeth. That'll be better than yelling.
Yelling at who? How do you want?
That's adorable.
I honestly have never asked my parents to come with me. I honestly have never asked my parents to come with me when I brush my teeth. Like, what the heck?
My parents always like goaded me into the bathroom with them to brush my teeth, to brush our teeth together. But that's
No, I never did that. That's weird. That's just a little bit weird.
To make sure it's done right.
the kid wants to do it right. My little sister used to come in and ask, actually.
I never did that. Am I just the only one that sees this as weird?
A little, yeah.
Oh, gee, guys, thanks.
You're just a very independent person, Haley.
I've been independent since a child because my mom and dad were both kind of neglectful alcoholics.
It's your upbringing. There you go.
That helps.
Ah, mischief.
Know any good jokes?
Do you want me to start spouting puns? I don't think anyone does.
No.
Exactly. Not a bad
Oh,
even.
fuck.
Tell us.
This can only end badly. God.
I feel like I would enjoy this joke if I was drunk.
Man-child, you're a man-child.
Oh, the siren stopped. That's great.
I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it depends on where you are.
To be honest, it could either be ambulances or police cars. Couldn't tell you. I can't exactly see it.
I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Welcome back.
Oh, wonderful. You made it just after Steven told one of the weirdest jokes ever. We're just going to move straight on from it, continue on with this conversation.
Okay.
After all, he wanted to move fast.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So she says we have a revelatory book. She stops here, and she says, she turns to face you. Yeah. She says, "Can you please tell me what this is about? This isn't safe here." She looks around. Yes. 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 She isn't. Okay, you come around. Make a perception roll. Okay. You don't have. Okay. Do you? Yeah. Okay. Let's go with that. 13. Okay. She is walking with you, and you see a man in a very nice suit, young man, coming up here, and he's young, put together. He's wearing a dark blue suit, and he's comes walking down here. He's not looking at you. By the way, this is a desk here. This area here, and there's a woman behind it, and he stops here as you go past and makes a U-turn, and he's now walking behind you. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Right. She puts a she puts a hand on your shoulder, on your arm to stop you. You guys are not far from the bottom, and she says, "Wait. Go ahead and make an occult roll." Right. Okay. You are trying to induce dissent. Yes. So she stops you and she says, "If you have the disc, I need it now." There's two guys down here, and they are a bit older and they look more serious, and they are also in nice suits, and they're kind of standing not at attention. Their hands are clasped in front of them, but they look more serious than the guys Jules saw in the small chapel. And she says, "We need. What are you doing?" She blinked, and she says, "What are you doing? Stop that!" Everything subtly shifts.
The descent, yes.
And she says, she looks around.
Everything turns three-dimensional.
Yes.
Everything turns three-dimensional.
And she says, you need to, she says, well, you don't know what she's keying on. I've changed the map, and you have a sense of this place. You have you have this feeling of like a very short descent that kind of lowers you slightly, like a small, like a step off a staircase one rung down, and it feels tenuous, but you have a feeling through the building that the building is much more deserted than it used to be, but everything is crisp and clear, and she doesn't quite see everything the same way, or maybe she does see everything the same way, but she doesn't know what's happened. And she says, "Do you have the disc?" Okay.
Uh-oh, babble.
While he goes, we will go here.
Uh-oh.
All right. you guys are in this hall. You guys can see the image that I've got in the area there.
Mission Impossible. Okay. Hey, where's our punk girl?
So we're over in Ox Industries.
All right.
Have we reached?
Alice?
Has it reached us? Or
So
we climbed to the next landing.
the door you're in is marked maintenance.
wonderful.
Oh dear. Okay, so this definitely is the right place. Let's start looking around, I guess. See if we can find what we're
This
looking for.
says-
And I can't move, Jules.
Oh, you can't move them. Sorry. Yeah. Hold on. No problem. No problem. Hold on a second. Let me. How do I do this? Advanced. Oh, there. I do that, and I do controlled by all players, and save changes. I do, and
There we go.
controlled by all players, save changes, and
Oh, I can
controlled
move.
by-
That's great.
Yes. Suddenly you're well. Yeah. We are. We're gonna switch over. Yeah. I mean, you had to step away to take care of the kids, so yes. But yeah. We'll come back. So on the wall, you can see that there is a panel. Okay.
Yeah, the panel.
What's the panel?
Mm-hmm.
Like a panel that could be removed, or
Well, you can see it in the larger picture over on the left. It's a Russell. You recognize it immediately.
Oh boy.
It's a security control panel.
Oh, I got this. I've been reading all day for this.
Oh, go ahead and crack it in.
Russell looks very pleased with himself right now. Yes.
It looks like
All
there's a security
Russell
station down the way.
Russell examines the panel himself. All right. Do I have the? Damn, that's not the updated one.
he is struck by how proud his father would be if Ashley knew these skills.
Okay. That. Why are you acting weird today? Come on. All right. So, by examining the panel, is it just? It's just anything I can like push buttons on.
There's a couple of things. So make it. Yeah, you can push buttons. You can see. Did you guys blow up the picture that I had in the chat channel?
Yes.
Here we go. Where are you?
You scroll up a little bit. I can put it in again.
I found it. I'm just
Okay.
you.
Yeah. So if you click on that, it pops up. Right.
Yeah, I see it.
Right. So the answer is, it looks like an alarm panel built into the wall. So
What are we looking at here? Is this the picture that says maintenance? Is a little push button controls on the side? Is that it?
yes, that's it there.
Okay.
So, security level 3. So
So you can go ahead and make a roll.
So my range is, I think it says 14.
Okay.
Nice. So I succeed by that's 8. So I succeed by 6.
Okay. So the first thing that you do is you try a default code, and it doesn't work, and then you get out a small set of screwdrivers and you take the panel off the front, and you do something that they're not supposed to be able to do, which is you run a bypass carefully between the wall sensors, the things that run into the wall, and and the panel itself, and then you kind of reverse things. So you have some tools sticking out, some clamps on it and stuff. And can you guys see that there looks like there's some bars there in the back?
In the the end of the hall, yeah.
Yeah, those bars are actually red beams of light, and they vanish.
Hell yeah, Russell.
Oh,
See, and Sarah calls me an idiot. I can do things when I apply myself. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
hey, what kind of grades are you getting in school?
I'm pulling B's and C's. The occasional A here or there when parents need my mom and dad need to be placated. It's just
I don't
kind
say anything, but my look conveys the idea that if you applied yourself to school like this,
It's just
anyway.
boring. It's just really boring. All they do is
I understand.
talk. They don't invest you.
Oh, I'm just. We all thought that you were, reasonably
I may be
bright,
blonde, but it doesn't mean I'm dumb.
Obviously, we underestimated you.
Dick. Jules, tell me you didn't think I was an idiot too.
Oh, I mean, trust me, I understand it. School's fucking boring. Like, I have more fun pinging some kids in the back of the head with my little paper flings than actually pay attention to the lecture. I just manage to scrape by, just that way my mom doesn't have to send me off. Ugh.
So you guys are next to the I don't think you can read it there. Maybe you can. It says Secretary Station.
When we zoom in,
Yep,
I
I
can
see that. So
I don't know
got
if you
this.
can zoom in there, to be honest.
I can a bit. I can read the Secretary Station, but that's about it.
Okay.
I can.
So
Okay.
let's ease over to here.
Just going to move carefully ahead.
Okay.
Jules is just like, fuck it.
Russell puts
I am
away.
not James Bond. I do not need to be stealthy.
Sometimes it pays off to be.
Okay, is this a real computer?
It is a real computer.
Thank God. What do we got
Have
here?
fun, guys.
Don't you go off on your own? You stay right here.
I'll keep a lookout.
Let's just see what they've got here. It might be keys
Let's see.
or money.
Okay. So you guys see, it is a real computer. I just gave you the secretary view. It's very, very spare. It's sparse.
Same.
Hang on. Am I reading that right?
Yeah. Give up at some point hanging in there just makes
That doesn't look like a regular bathysphere either.
Be clear, bathysphere doesn't mean underwater. It just means.
I feel like this picture on the back is something to pay attention to, because holy crap. Where'd you do? Okay, so lastly, you want to handle that computer, or you want me to handle it?
I turn it on and take a quick look to see if there's anything interesting or alarming about what comes up when I.
It comes up to a green screen, very basic computer system with a password login prompt.
Oh boy.
I have hacking, so I mean, probably the odds of me getting in are low.
You can try. So I gave you another view also that you could look at.
Uzi rat in sanitary zoo. What?
Well, I'm not a great roll. I'm not a great hacker, but I make a roll by 0.
Okay. You managed to after a couple of tries, trying
Or
different.
password.
Yeah. Somebody the secretary's password is in fact password. Last log on. It looks like a industrial internet thing. Last log on was 8 months ago.
The fuck?
What's wrong?
The last login on this computer was 8 months ago.
Well,
Never happened here. Wipe these people out for a long time.
well, whatever's been happening here is obviously not good.
There's
Yeah,
also
this
something
picture,
green in the window over there.
I'll go look. Why not?
That.
Huh. It looks like we could go through the door and get around to that area.
Kind of. I just gave you a look in window.
Alright.
What is that?
Huh. It looks like
A002835 warning.
it
Unstable
looks like
core.
it looks like green time.
Yes, it looks like
Dream
green
layer
time.
descent. What the hell?
I think this might be aiming towards the time.
Is this a bathysphere?
Don't know.
Whatever it is, it's obviously linked to green time somehow, keeping it the same. That's weird.
Unstable core, and it's covered with hieroglyphics.
Well, too bad Sarah isn't here.
Dream layer descent.
God damn it, Sarah. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at.
I think if we got into that room, we could probably play descent.
Well, was that? Could you repeat that?
Look at the warning note.
Unstable core.
Blast from Trinity nuclear site.
Oh.
10 years like getting a chest x-ray while going for a day at the beach and maybe with uranium underpants, plan accordingly. Oh god, okay, back up.
Oh, it's radioactive.
Back up.
Russell takes a couple steps.
Oh, they're
back.
definitely
Okay,
assholes.
radioactive. Never mind.
And just like that, I think we got cancer.
I'll
So when I hacked the computer system, what did I see? Is there anything in there that?
Yeah, it looks like a place where it looks like payroll and shipping invoices for paper products.
In other words, what we would normally expect to be here versus everything we've actually seen.
Yes, and by the way, those columns in the front that you passed, the first 2 columns are advertising their glorious paper products, paper engineered products. The last one is the bathysphere.
Oh, okay, that's weird. So it's definitely something involving this bathysphere.
You're pretty sure that the bathysphere thing is what Andrew Kilter referred to as the well.
Okay, so I guess we know what we're looking for. See if we can run this thing and shut down.
We've opened the gate, so I'm gonna peek in, here and see if I can.
Well then.
Oh.
Huh.
Here's the door to get in.
Let's not go in there quite yet.
I think it might be a good idea, all things considered.
Well, I'm going to give you a couple of things to look at.
Alrighty. Oh, there's a glass thing.
Oh, human resources or humane resources. That's weird.
So, why is there just a lamp here? That just seems weird.
Oh, everything about this place is weird. Russell, come on now.
So while you guys can look at that, and Steve, if you could show the pictures that I'm uploading. Okay, appreciate it. Okay, and then while you guys are looking around there, I've given you some stuff to look at. We go back to
Okay.
town hall.
Retinal scanner.
What was that?
That retinal scanner.
It looks like a hell of a vault.
My God. You're
We
bright.
don't know what that little thing is, but we're gonna go back to Sarah real quick
Oh,
because Jules will
God.
probably notice this. Under sufficient pressure to break it, it will explode.
I'm tempted to make everything blow up. If I'm honest.
Odd. Never. Okay.
I spot something that's very interesting, but we're gonna go back to Sarah and Taylor real quick before I point this out.
Frizzy
'cause holy
rat
crap.
in a sanitary zoo.
This is just strange. All right, Sarah, have fun in the descent.
By the way, the vault has a keyboard on it. By the way, and screen
Cool.
stuff.
Oh, this will be fun. Russell cracks his fingers.
Yeah, you don't know if you can get through a vault, but yeah, maybe. hmm
All right.
Okay, so she's on the staircase, and she's basically saying, let me see, can I Sarah has what? Yes, you have, and Sarah Taylor is responding like that's normal. She can. It's like there's two forces battling within her. One of them that knows it's bizarre, and she's looking at you. What are you doing? And the other part of her, simply treats it as normal. And yeah, she looks. There are no changes. No. And she says, yeah, you're not sure you can stay at this level. This is a tenuous level for you. You don't have very good control over this yet. You have the occult skill to induce descent, but you don't have the what?
Can you take the bag?
Not now. No. Yeah, you don't have the control to do so.
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you. You're gonna have to wait. Okay. All right.
How long?
I don't know. An hour?
Minutes,
An
maybe?
hour.
5 minutes?
An hour. Go.
Kid, don't try and
10
negotiate.
minutes?
Go.
But I don't want to wait.
Well, you gotta. Well, I'll take you when I can, but okay. So she doesn't want to go down. She says, if you don't have the disc, if I don't have the disc, please come back up with me. hmm Okay, she looks at the disc and she says, "Yes, please give me the disc." She says, "I'll come see it, but as long as I have this, you're much safer." They have guns, Sarah. They
You
have
mean
guns
those
down
wimpy
there.
little muskets?
Well, maybe now, but she says those people down there, they're with the pastor, and they're with Pastor Amethyst. And by the way, that is her name. And she says they're waiting for you. They're going to bring you before them. If I have the disc, if you've given over the disc, you'll probably be okay. Okay, she steps over. No, no. Not everybody. Not everybody changes down. Down. It's, yeah, you might need to. Um. So she said. So she holds on there. Are you gonna let yourself slip down another layer? Yeah, you think that might be dangerous. You guys are you guys are standing on the staircase. She reaches over and she takes the disc and holds it up. She looks at it and it looks like what she expects to see. And she holds it up, and the two guys who are still down there both back up, and one of them is talking into a thick walkie-talkie, a thick rubberized walkie-talkie that he's pulled out. And you feel it slip, and there is this rush of heat and light, and she moans. She says their amethyst is coming, and I just gave you two pictures to look at. You guys can feel everything around you crumble.
What the- Uh,
I personally think the second image is a bit more disturbing.
Well, there's intestinal looking things running through the
both of them have tentacles. The question, yeah.
yes. So you guys are standing on the staircase, and she looks around. She is horrified. You can see that she has changed. She has fish hooks in her. She's been pierced multiple times on the arms, on the face, the lips, the ears, the forehead, perhaps under her skin, with a variety of fish hooks, barbed, some rusted, some painted bright red. She's looking at her hands that are also pierced like rings, glinting in the fires, and she flees up the staircase. This view that you have, this thing, Lady Amethyst, is coming, and it's not on the picture here, but much smaller, and walking with her is a very well dressed man with a faint goatee, white, maybe salt and pepper. Uh, yeah, well, Sarah flees up the stairs. Yeah.
Tara, get back here! This is the point I'm trying to make!
So you can see up the stairs, looking at the second floor there. You can see that there's this big tentacled intestinal thing, flopped out, and you can see the. I told you that there was a desk there. You can see where there's a countertop along there. Yeah, you can go back and look at the. We can go back and yeah. Okay, good. So you can see that behind it, standing behind the desk, with his hands flat on the table, is a shadow man, a man who's all obsidian black. He's wearing a hat, and he has a spread of cards. A little further down, laying on the floor, clearly dead, is the man who was following you. He has a gun in his hand, a large silver nickel-plated automatic, semi-auto, and yeah, Taylor is stopped in front of the tentacle. She's the wall is on fire. There's cracks in it. You can see, parts of the building. I mean, I didn't destroy the model, but part you can see through it. Yeah. Um. Yeah. You climb up it, and she looks at you and notices you, and at first shrieks, and the tentacles all squirm. She's she's trying to she's pushed against the thing where the shadow man is looking at her and you. She's pushed against the countertop, and she's shaking, and you can hear this. I'm going to describe it as a squamose sound. That's not a proper use of the word, but there there's yeah, I mean scaly, but there's a squamous sound coming from down below, a squelching, slithering, and you can hear a high woman's sing-songy voice, and she says, "We've got the disc, we've got the key, everything, everything will be mine." Uh-huh. Okay, she looks like she's about to die, and she's staring at you. Nods. She Yeah, she's looking at the fish hooks, slightly necrotic skin. Okay, she screams. I'm going to give her a roll. I'm going to give her a willpower roll. Uh, Go ahead. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
She does not keep her. Oh, no, she takes her goal.
Okay. Right. Okay. So she is trying. Yeah, she did. She's trying to wake up. I've got to wake up. I've got to wake up. You get through to her. The man, the obsidian man in the hat, has turned over two cards on the table. Oh, one of them, they're tarot cards. One of them is the magician. One of them is a major arcana strength. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, it depends on whether it's right side up or upside down, but the magician has the power to name, and there's different interpretations, but And he says hit or stay or split.
This is tarot, not poker or blackjack.
Well,
What are you on?
technically, regular playing cards were used for tarot cards in the past.
Yeah.
I think it's 6. I think it's 6.
Just
Oh, okay.
casually.
He turns over the 9 of swords, misery. 16.
That's risky.
So 21 Arcana, major Arcana, and there's like you can bust. Yep, you'd be fucked. So, I mean, my suggestion is to stay.
The Squimos thing is coming up the stairs, and he says, you can have what you want, but what you want is out.
No, that's confusing.
He turns over 2 cards. Sarah says, not Sarah, Taylor says, do something. Well, no, he does deal them face down and turns them over. One of them is a 10 of cups, and one of them is major arcana, the tower.
It's oncoming misfortune. It's 2.
There is nothing good about the tower.
He got 21.
Yeah, he blackjack.
So not only is misery coming your way, but he just won. That's a double punch to the balls.
And he looks down at the cards. And he says, in this game, it's more about their meanings than their numbers. He says, I have dealt myself the tower. You have dealt yourself the magician in strength. And he looks at the 9 of swords, misery.
You can gain power.
But you still hold the stronger hand. The thing is coming up the stairs, and she says, I want my disc. I want my eternal life.
Fuck you, bitch.
Uh-huh. You can, yes. You say stay, and he sweeps both sets of cards off the table as she comes up. Taylor is holding the disc out like a shield, and I'm going to make a roll.
So she's not using it like a cross. Be gone.
Well, she is kind of using it like a cross, yes.
Be gone.
Holding it out, and I roll a 16, and Lady Amethyst says, "It's my disc, dear." Go ahead and make a occult roll to ascend.
Not bad.
So you see the pastor and this girl with him, this woman, this young woman, maybe late 20s. She's exquisitely beautiful, very fine boned. There's a extreme coldness to her, and people are around there. The obsidian man is gone. The man with the gun in his hand is still collapsed. He's laying on the ground. There's a woman behind the desk who has apparently seen him go down, and is coming out there. And from looking across the hall, the pastor says, "Taylor, you've done a fantastic job." Okay. Right. So you take off, and he says, "Oh no, you don't, but you guys are running." Yeah, yeah. Well, you threw the disc, and well, he is going to he's on the phone, but he's on one of those walkie talkies. But yes, she grabs the disc, and that move does seem to have somewhat somewhat uh distracted them. You guys are fleeing down the hall. Okay, go ahead. We're back in Ox Industries.
Well, this is pretty neat. Russell says he looks at the vault. You think I can open it?
Good shot.
What was that?
Good shot.
Why not?
It's through the door to the other side, by the way.
Oh.
Is that where our bright future is?
So this is just, is this a security thing or
What, a security role?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, actually it's 3 security roles.
3?
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, everything explodes and we get caught.
Yes, that would be the worst coming to the worst. I agree with your threat assessment. Let's make sure that doesn't happen.
I think I'll wait on this one. We'll come when we make our way back. I'll open it. I'll try and open it. To our bright, shiny future.
Okay, you are going down the hall to your let's see.
We're looking. What is that little thing on the table, on the desk? The thing on that little end table.
It's a statue that looks kind of like a phone.
Looks like a lamp to me.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. As far as you can tell, it doesn't do anything.
Pick it up and take a look at it. We'll take a closer look.
Okay.
Good, you notice this too then.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things under glass in the humane resource room. And you can zoom in on the little lamp thing. It looks like it's got a dial.
Is there any kind of details on this little phone dial thing?
It got numbers on it.
I know, but can we like interact with it, or is there anything like weird about it other than the fact it's got this face
It
of a
looks
dial phone?
No, it just looks like an odd piece of art, honestly.
Just sitting here all on its own? I doubt it.
By the way, the glass will explode. Can I dial the number? Do they move?
No, it doesn't move.
It's
Can
underground.
I press a button on it? Is there anything in there that I can?
No.
Never
Interactable.
even. Would that be 0?
I will tell you now. After you spend some time studying it, it was just an object that I put on the table.
After a bit of
Russell
examination,
walks.
we'll put it back.
Russell's gonna walk
And
towards the future.
what is on the other side of the glass? I mean, I can sort of see that there's.
Well,
machine-
so on the other side of the glass is the outside world, but there's an archway in front of you. Let me hold on.
Into humane resources. Not human resources, humane resources.
And that's what it was named in the so hold on a second. So you guys are looking into the room there, and
We're not going down the creepy hallway to your bright future quite yet.
well, you guys are right next to the
we're looking. We're looking into the.
Is all this shit?
Ooh.
Dimensional flatware. Personal position sharpener.
Can we take some of this stuff out of their containers?
No, it's behind
Does
glass.
the glass move at all?
The glass seems to be attached, although you could possibly break it, or
Personal.
are you guys gonna move in there and have a look at that stuff?
Yes.
Why
Okay.
not? May as well explore a little.
Four-dimensional flatware. It
Is
floats.
that called? Dimensional flatware.
Four-dimensional flatware. It floats.
Gotcha.
And all flatware move through time. Well, don't they get older every second?
There are a bunch of weird things in here.
Portable digital music player.
Can I? Where is that?
Yottabyte substrate network storage.
Where is that?
Oh, holy
here we
crap,
go.
this is stuff from the future. No, this is stuff from the future. Holy shit. The perfect Wait a minute, is this what I think it is?
Russell looks at the mom unit. Just like, what?
Do you turn it on?
Russell turns it on. Russell pushes the button. Russell. Oh. Russell just like, yep, I'm pushing this button. Yep, I put my face here. I'm here.
It's a 3D projector!
All right. I
like the oh, where is it? The Okay, well, I have personal position sharpener, a unit that claims to take a position you hold on a subject and makes you more extreme on it. For example, if you work in human resources and you think that employees are generally somewhat undermotivated, it could those fucking lazy flatulent sloths need to be fitted with shock collars. Give me a cattle prod, I'll get those bastards into shape. Fucking sleepy ass employees. Oh my god.
My God. So, my goodness. Huh. It seems a little.
Say that the personal position sharpener sounds like the modern day internet.
Yeah, but since we're done poking around all this crap, which seems to be futuristic jargon stuff that they seem to have stumbled upon.
But I wanted to push the mother button. I wanted to see what happened.
Yeah, yeah. No, you can. I was just waiting for the stuff to. So 1 second. So yeah, so it hums and the red reflective light comes on, and you feel it look at you in askance. This feeling of disapproval ripples through your body.
And Vasily hides from it, but doesn't look like he's hiding, but he stands behind everybody else.
Everybody else. Jules is out of the room by this point, just like,
What is that? Say that again? What?
And Vasily's hiding.
Oh.
Climbing
Vass's
something.
on the other side of the room.
Russell's just very curious. Like, man, I usually feel this kind of disappointment for my sister, not my mom.
I mean, one and the same? Question mark.
Don't even get that stuff started, please.
What? Your sister's a bitch. Obviously, she got it from someone.
Mom's not that bad. At least she's willing to let me be somewhat free. I feel like my sister has a brother complex.
I mean, maybe. But that's neither here nor there.
So and then it revs up.
Whoa, what the fuck?
And it says, it says, well, you certainly aren't applying yourself, are you? That's
Excuse
obvious.
Me? Excuse
But
me, bitch? You want to say that again?
This is talking to Russell. It
I know
says,
that's why she's being so antsy.
it says, first off, look at your clothing.
Russell looks down.
What makes you believe that is acceptable? What are you trying for, early, grungy, dirty teenager?
Well, I'm a middle schooler.
High schooler.
You are a high schooler, young man.
God damn
And it's
time.
It's time that you started acting like it. You are running about with your friends when you should be studying. You're not going to make anything of yourself if all you're doing is sneaking into buildings and reading about how to circumvent security systems. You're training to become a criminal.
Piece of junk.
Criminal. It's criminal to call me that, especially if I start applying myself. I could probably tear you apart if I'm honest.
It says
That could
you
be
wouldn't
pretty
dare.
fun. Oh, pulls out his screwdrivers and wrenches. Oh, this could
She
be
does
fun.
sort of have a point. Let's not aggro the mom unit.
Okay.
I'm not gonna aggro your mom unit. I'm going to smash it.
Well,
We
You
can't
freaking
break
smart
the-
ass. You freaking smart ass bit ones and zeros.
Does it have anything else?
it's yeah. Actually, it goes on. So go ahead and make a willpower roll. You want to make it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. My will, I believe, is 10. So, all right. So I want to make it.
Well, you may want to make it.
Woo!
I meet.
You mean it?
You made it.
Yep.
It says, "What about those magazines you have under your?" Wait, you're blocking me. Cut that out at once.
Russell just laughs.
Say, guys, let's destroy this thing and never speak of it again.
I think it's actually pretty funny.
I'm getting annoyed by this thing.
Honestly,
Yes.
it
Speak
wouldn't
for
be like-
yourself.
I have it. I don't
Some
even
of
have
us don't
any.
want that light shine in our eyes.
That stuff's kind of weird anyway. I don't think it's worth keeping. Russell states. He turns off the machine and walks away.
As
I
he's
want
walking away,
to,
Jules
but
kind of
I
just
want
glare
to
at
see
it. Yeah, Jules
Is
just
there
kind
any
of
way to
glare
open
at
the
it.
glass?
Huh? Do you want to go first, Derek, or?
I was just wondering if there's any way to open the glass of any of these things to get them out.
If you want to
The
smash him, be a criminal.
The
Oh,
glass.
no, we smash it, it will explode.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any way to open it.
Just leave it be. And after Russell walks away, Jules will just kind of glare at this thing before she slips her backpack off, and she ruffles through a little bit before she pulls out duct tape. She very quickly rips some pieces off and puts over the lens scanner thing of it before she tucks it back in, zips it back up, and then throws her backpack on. Then she
Jules, you
kind
coming?
of smirks at that point and then kind of walks off.
Jules, you coming?
I'm coming. I just had to do something to just get it off my freaking chest. Fucking goddamn 1-0 bitch machine.
Oh, are you defending me?
Fuck off.
You're going to go look at our bright future?
I think so.
Realize it's probably a trap and we're all going to die.
Then why don't I open this first?
The safe door? Are we sure we want to go in there?
It can't be that hard.
Is this the door to the side here?
Yes, that's the door to the side. It says records room.
I'll try opening it.
It opens.
Oh, stocking up.
Vastly, come on. The fuck?
Is that you, Steve? Or
Motivation. Every corpse on Mount Everest was once a highly motivated person. What the fuck?
that's correct. Yeah.
Hmm.
I guess
You
I'll
can
walk-
see in the very old computer there's a disk drive which doesn't appear on this picture. It's behind where the chair is, but you can kind of see it. And there is what appears to be a golden floppy disk with a lanyard on it that is stuck in.
Mine. There we go.
Oh God.
You come in.
Oh God. She has a thieving frenzy
Stepping
now.
inside. I see sparkly shiny.
You come in
Walk
there.
into the darkness.
Okay, and you're going to go get the disc out of the machine.
Yes.
Okay.
Unbelievable us.
Russell stands at the entranceway.
Okay, this thing over here, this plant,
Mm-hmm.
it snaps at your finger.
Ah, hey, fuck off, you.
It's got multiple heads and jaws.
So
It hits by 3. What's your agi?
My agi, my agility is 10.
Okay. It hits by 3. It does penetrating damage. Of 9, 10, 11, 12. It does 2 points of penetrating damage. Wow! You can feel these vicious teeth in it. It snaps, and even the little pot that it's in shifts slightly.
Ah, motherfucker!
that's what you get for trying to take something.
Russell, can I see that security book you got? I'm smashing this thing.
I'd like to return to the library unharmed.
I'm not gonna harm it that much. I'm just gonna smash the plant.
Just keep it on you, and I'll just push it off the table.
Is the plant in a little pot on the table where we could
Yes,
poke
yes.
it with a stick?
Don't grab for the pot. It could snap at you.
Someone have its focus.
I will move over here and go, hey, plant, how you doing?
Oh my god, kill it with fire! Like, literally, kill it with fire!
So
It's
right. I'm gonna push the table and say, I'm gonna grab one of your leaves. If you keep doing that, I'm gonna take one right off of you.
Yes.
There's a spray bottle. Oh, there is.
Off to the left. What the hell is this thing? As Jules
it's
is tending to her injury.
It doesn't say anything on it.
She's plucking it up. Is there anything inside it?
There is a fluid in it, yes.
We should spray it.
I'm cracking it open first because it's something that's going to cause it to grow 10 times its size. I'd rather not. She opens it up and takes a whiff of what's inside.
It smells like ammonia.
Oh, yep. Screws it back on. Stand aside, boys.
We'll do it. Yep. Moving back to the side.
Go ahead.
All right, little fella. You want to be snappy with me?
Look, I wish I could bring my lighter here.
That axe doesn't exist yet.
I have a lighter. I have a lighter and cigarettes.
Let's not burn the house
let's
down.
not burn down the office yet.
No, but hairspray did.
But yeah, you want to be mean, little fella? Look what I got.
The thing moves a little bit more cautiously when it sees the spray bottle.
You're either going to let me take this thing, or I'm going to spray you down and you're going to find out what it feels like. Okay?
It screeches at you.
She sprays a little bit.
Have you ever sprayed a dog with or a cat with ammonia-based or lemon juice or something?
No. Only thing Jules probably would have done is water. She's not that cruel.
Well, you spritz it with the spray, and it recoils, and the pot actually kind of jumps back against the wall, and it all of its multiple toothy mouths howl at you in rage, but it is shying away from the spray.
Do you want another spray, or are you going to let me take the disc?
You think you think that as you sprayed it, you can get the disc.
Just snatch it.
Yeah, she's gonna go ahead and spray again, snatch it.
But it doesn't approach after you've sprayed it once. You have the disc.
That's what I thought. Thank you very much, bitch. And she walks over and puts it back on the filing cabinet. I'm half tempted to pour the entire thing on it and just watch it wither and die.
The next person who needs to get the disc will probably want it. Yeah. What's the disc say?
What is what? The disc says access key disc.
Russell
Ooh, yes. Let's take a look at the door.
Your bright future?
I tug at it. See if it opens.
It does not open.
Is there a slider anywhere? Or a slot?
No, you can make a lockpick roll if you want, locksmith.
I can.
Your turn, Jules.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Alice was supposed to be here, but she actually was still downstairs. She is looking for her boyfriend.
Hope Alice will be okay.
Well, as long as she stays there, she's gonna be fine.
You go in there and you can try again.
Yeah, I'm more likely going to try again.
Take more time. So you guys are hanging around while she's trying.
Yeah, keep a watch. This is my first time picking a lock, so give me a second. There we go, that's better.
Click, click.
There
The
we
lock
go.
is
Just a
undone.
moment. Nearly poked my eye out the first time, but we got it.
You open it. Alice, she's downstairs. She's looking for. She's going to look for her boyfriend, who she thinks might have been taken here. The door opens and there is a brick wall, and someone has taped a sticky note, or actually it's a cement wall. Has taken a sticky note that says, "I don't know if we have a future."
Well,
That's
then.
disturbing.
Well, only one door to open left now.
Yeah, let's go back. Heck, maybe this little
Oh,
access
no,
card thing.
there's the Uzi rat thing on the other side, right? No, there's not. That's the stairway.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
We seem to be outdoors.
There's a door here.
Where?
Behind Mr. Employee of the Month?
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Oh.
Okay.
How the hell do we miss that?
Let's go see if we can open it.
Alright.
Complicated. Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
You want to open it first?
I guess I'll go.
Space.
Huh.
All right. Just a regular office, huh?
This looks like it might be a executive office.
Huh. Check the drawers and see if there's anything in them.
Alrighty. Let's use my middle name.
Can't you? But you can't. You can cage a swallow, but you can't swallow a cage, can you?
You can cage a swallow, can't you? But you can't swallow a cage, can? Huh.
Fuck off with these motivational posters.
I'm
These are all
this is a
these
prison.
are all palindromes, kind of.
I'm starting to think this place is just a prison.
I mean, you'd probably be partly right there.
Is it just books on the shelves around here?
Yeah. This appears to be the CEO, one of the CEO's offices. Sigmund.
The guy we met?
Yes. No, not the guy you met.
One of the other ones.
Yes.
But they're all identical.
Yes.
What the hell is that thing? What the hell is the picture in the back? Is that?
It's another one of these fake.
Something?
It's another one of these false views. This one showing a impossible beast walking towards a coastline.
That's
Is it
just
static, or does it look like we're looking at a kaiju attack?
Well, it's clearly a backlit picture.
Okay. So it's just a picture.
Yes, similar to how downstairs they had the Emerald City, the Garden of Eden in New York.
Russell begins to open cabinet doors.
Yeah, you go around there. This looks like it hasn't been disturbed. Once again, the things seem to be from several months ago. 8 or 9 months.
Odd. Actually, there's a phone. Can we check if there are any messages on there?
There are no messages on the phone.
Damn.
Nothing in the cabinets.
Well, there's stuff in the cabinets, but it's regular office type stuff.
All right. What about these envelopes on the desk?
Look at the mail and any report. If there's a report that's like, project, invade the future, and going great. We've just opened the gate.
There are notes on the project called The Well, but it seems to be a very nascent project, and there's a good deal of spend. They've asked for loans, bank loans against it, but it looks like it's just getting started.
What the hell? Okay.
So that was 8 months ago.
And now look where they are.
Anything in the drawers at all?
Let me check. Check in the desk drawers.
Yeah. There's some very high grade office stuff in here. Go ahead and make perception rolls. You guys can all make perception rolls to search the room. Yeah.
So,
And it's
9,
all
7. Perception, right?
Yeah. So you can see your perception. You guys are looking around, looking at stuff.
Hell yeah, made it by 2.
I think I made it by 1.
Okay.
Shockingly.
It appears that at some point somebody spent an awful lot of money refurnishing some of this, like the globe is new. There was sometime about 8 months ago, maybe just a little bit before, maybe just a little bit after, somebody spent a lot of money buying everything is like top of the line. So
interesting.
Well, he likes his office. That I can blame him. If I were the CEO, I'd have good office stuff too.
Yeah, but considering he has been here for 8 months, that's shocking.
Do you think there's something behind the poster?
You think from what you've seen that it would be the outside of the building?
I guess I'm gonna try and open that other door. It seems to be our last step. There's no other
let's
stairs.
go ahead and open that vault door.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Russell, let's put our heads together. Bonk.
You can go ahead and make locksmith and security system rolls.
Hell yeah. Right.
Here we go. 3, right?
Yep.
I'll let you go first.
Oh, in this case, it's just 1. You're in this case, you're just examining what's going on with the door.
Oh.
It'll count as your first one if you decide to go that way.
All right. I passed by 2, so.
Okay. Okay. I think you both made it. Okay. So first off, this thing is one hell of a vault door, and it is almost certainly impossible, beyond your ability to hack it or to locksmith it. I mean, you need explosives or whatever. However, if you have an access code key, which appears to be a disk drive, you can go for according to the security system, it has a series of passcodes if you have the key.
I got the key.
Put it in.
We can put it in the secretary's computer and run it and see what it says.
Well, you can put the key in the door too.
Oh, there's a disk drive in the door?
Yes, there's a drive in the door.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead and stick her in. Click, click.
Okay. And it boots up, and it says.
I didn't think a door could boot up. That's scary.
Well, the computer system on it. That's what it says. I put it into the chat, and there's a cursor after it blinking.
10100. Binary?
Yeah, I think so. So, is it my turn? I guess I gotta keep going.
You don't see this. It's in the roll 20.
It's bit up.
Yeah. My bad.
0100. I know ASCII. Can I make a short roll to see what that would be in ASCII?
Sure.
ASCII would be a 3-digit code. I don't think they had Unicode in 95.
Yeah, no.
Is there like anything for me to mess around with for security?
No, this is a security question, so it's looking for a challenge and response.
I see. So I guess it is my turn then. Everything. So, do you want me to give you roles for security?
You can make rolls for security. I mean, you can also try to puzzle out what you would put in there.
This is the binary number 20. If we type in 20, can we?
You can type in 20.
All right. Russell types in.
Give it a fucking go.
You type in 20. Fails.
Okay.
Aren't you a bitch?
10100.
I don't have enough knowledge about binary.
A Fibonacci sequence I can see.
Fibonacci?
Numeric sequence.
Is it just numbers that we can type in, or
you can type in letters as well, although this should be purely a numeric input.
okay?
This is very weird.
You guys
Well,
can
can't
make
do
you guys
Fibonacci.
can make you can make intellect rolls.
Sure.
Me as
This is
well.
confusing me.
I don't have
Oh
enough.
fuck, I'm not figuring it out.
Reason rolls.
All right.
I failed by 3, so.
Let's see here. 3, 6. I actually make my my intelligence.
So this is green time. Green time is leaking out all over here. And you know it's leaking out through this door, and it's inundated this place. Apparently, whatever they did, or if it's not green time, it's something very similar. You've seen a lot of nonsensical stuff spread around here. You think that may have some bearing on the door?
I think let's see.
Odd and even. The poster beside us. Odd and even.
Never odd or even is what the poster says, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never odd or even.
So is it a question of odd or even? I don't know. Because the only other option that we have to look around is well, everything in here is weird.
All the other objects around here. Maybe that has a key. Let's see.
I mean, we can look.
Maybe there's
You think there's probably some kind of lexical congruence between the various signs you've seen, and you know.
Oh crap, we gotta go through all the signs.
They're all palindromes.
So much stuff.
If that
Mirror it.
Mirror it.
Yeah.
All right.
Mirror it. Put in 00101. See what happens.
I'll do that. Russell types in that.
Ding. Yep,
I was right.
It has a blinking cursor after it.
Race.
Is this the same thing? Type it in backwards. See what happens.
Russell does so.
You type in ECAR.
Okay, no.
Race. What about Russell? Russell writes in Caucasian.
I don't think that's what it's asking for, Russell.
All right. May as well take a stab in the dark.
It was a pretty good stab in the dark.
Race. Did we see anything here written with capital letters?
Everything had like capital letters in front of the when it just had the
Like entirely capital letters.
entirely.
No, you haven't seen anything.
Well, Mom was, I think. No, it was not. Never mind.
This is not found in dictionary.
Trying to think what that would correlate to.
So the first thing we saw was that Uzi rat thing, right?
Yes.
Oh, rat race. I type in rat.
It's something.
What about
race something? It's a single.
What about rat race?
No, it's the first part of it is race, so we need to finish the word.
So it's not car then. It's a race car.
Type car.
We tried it.
So no.
No, we typed it backwards. We typed in ECAR. We take out the E, see what happens.
Put car.
Yeah, race car.
And then race car. Ding.
There we go.
Okay. So
God
what's
damn it, I hate these mind puzzles. I came here to not be in school.
Well, we picked the wrong day to take a school trip, now didn't we?
Oh, but shut up. What else has this thing got?
Let's
Two-
see.
Two of the things have slid back in the wall. The wall.
Okay, what's next?
The third one. Ding.
Escher, drawing hands, drew. What?
Oh.
Escher? What the fuck is Escher?
It might be talking about a painting.
Oh,
Sure,
god damn it.
The artist
I was
drew
wondering
the
shit about
hands
this.
themselves.
Does this have to do with the painting next door?
Escher. Okay.
Russell
Escher,
looks over the
drawing
painting.
hands, drew.
next. Drawing hands. So this is still typing something in, right?
Yes.
So Escher drawing hands drew. Hands.
By the way, I'm putting in a famous picture into the Discord chat.
That might give us some context. Oh. Drawing hands drew. Oh.
Loop?
Cuffs.
Cups?
Cuffs. Shirt cuffs. You know.
Hands.
Okay. Oh.
Russell
Cuffs?
types in cuffs.
How about loop?
Loop?
Nope.
Sleeves.
For drawing hands as well.
Okay, Vasily, would you stop?
Let's see.
Drawing hands.
All right. One word.
How the hell we know that? We're kids.
Yeah, you don't. You probably don't. You guys can make reason rolls if you're out of ideas, but you know.
Hold on, there's one I want to try, considering now that I see it. Maybe? Damn it.
Well,
okay, yeah, reason roll.
Hey, a 3.
Whoa.
A 3, thank you.
Yeah, I ain't getting it. But
there is one place in here that you've seen a sentence that was longer longer than a couple of words. There are a few places, but there was one of the sentences was of a special type.
Note, is the
Stocking with the
window?
boxes.
Was it over here? The
Well, it's not the labels on the things. Those were written
Oh.
well before the infection or whatever it was.
All right.
The
So
inference spread.
There was the one that says you.
wait a minute. Was
you
it the one behind the
can
future door?
swallow, can't you? But you can't swallow a cage, can you?
Oh. So. Oh, it's like in collection. So Escher is drawing hands. Drew hands.
And the hands drew Escher? Question
Yes.
mark?
Hands drew Escher. So I'm gonna put down Escher right after that.
Yeah.
Sure, drawing. So you can cage a swallow, can't you? But you can't swallow a cage, can you?
Oh. So Escher drawing hands. Drew hands. Drew hands. Drew. No, fuck. Hang on. All right.
Type in what the sentence is. I'm not completely sure.
All right.
And I want you to complete the sentence. So it's
We tried that. It was one of the first things I tried. So Drew Etcher drawing hands correctly.
Escher drawing hands, Drew Escher drawing hands.
This has something to do that's been written here. Is it something that's handwritten or something that's printed?
Well, all the places around here, all of the word play we've seen around here are these keys. So the puzzle here is
Hold on a second. Let me backtrack here.
I'm just gonna look through the pictures. Was there anything like written for the employee of the month? Let's see. No. There was that poster.
Which one?
The motivation one in the records room. But
you don't think that one's been infected. So when you look at the employee of the month or the little thing on the table there, can you see what the little table icon thing says?
Was it a rat?
Was it a rat? I saw what?
So
let me look at that.
So if you
WIARIS.
Well, go ahead and look at it forward and backwards. Spell it forward and backwards.
Oh!
It's a palindrome. What the fuck?
Okay, we gotta type it backwards.
Oh, go look with that shit.
So, Escher drawing hands drew.
So you gotta do that entire thing backwards from the W back. Oh my god.
So, Drew. Okay, so Drew S. So would we start with? Where would we
start?
Well,
with the W.
that kind of palindrome is the same kind of palindrome that race car is.
Oh. But it has to be able to be read backwards, right?
Right, and you saw one of those.
Sure, drawing hands. True, hands drawing. Yeah, sure.
Ding.
There we
Thank
go.
God.
Ugh.
Oh God, my head. Let's
I'm
move on to
ripping the
next one,
door up.
please.
I'm ripping the door open.
The door
I'm
opens.
ripping the door open. Is the door open yet? Can we go through?
You can go through.
Thank God. Let me in here. I'm about tired of this shit.
Russell walks in and takes a seat on the couch, exhausted.
She walks in. She doesn't even walk around. She just kind of flops from the back forward. We're in. What the fuck do we do now?
The screen changes. 3, 2, 1.
Ah, shit.
Ah, fuck! Hold
And
on!
this thing drops like an elevator. That's where we're going to stop for tonight.
I'm saying now, as it drops, Jules kind of scrambles and clutches onto Russell. I don't want to do this again!
Russell just like, fuck.
So the answer was this was different types of palindrome, numeric palindromes, word palindromes, and
it started out easy, then it just got more complicated.
Yeah.
My head.
So.
I was learning about that because it's just like, well, what the fuck is going on here? I know we're on the right track, and it's just like, wait a minute, we're just idiots. We're just stupid. People, this is why you do not do puzzles at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, well.
I just love how that reason roll is so good. Yeah, I just confuse myself more.
My God. Okay, let's wrap this up because, oh my God, my head.
Yeah.
Huh? You think? Hold on, let me double check.
That sucks.
Hello.
Hi, I'm here, yeah.
I just imagine with Jules' horrified face.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, it didn't capture you at all. To those of you that have been probably confused this entire time, Steven's been muted.
Isn't that great?
And there we go. Now I'm talking. Could you guys talk again?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, well, we just lost my entire section. Cool.
You should read
that entire section happened and nobody has any idea what the f going on.
You should read the inscriptions again for the listen only crowd.
They'll be able to see it in the pictures.
Yeah, okay. Did you
They'll
like
just-
my
they'll just
did you like my burning maps?
They'll just miss my entire
Holy shit.
section of me just actually doing cool shit. Sarah gets no play in this entire thing. Anyway, we'll end it here. Thank you all for watching. Good night.
Live on, play strong, roll out.
Good night.
Oh my God.